Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am sharing with you the Spellbinders Large Die of the Month for October 2020. As you can see, it's a really fun die set that's very versatile. It is the Always Welcome Large Die of the Month set, 18 pieces in the set, and I'm going to show you each of them and how they are put together to create a fall card and a Halloween card. So first I'm going to die cut out the door from a piece of cardstock that measures 5.5 by 4 1/4, trying to get it right about center, but it doesn't exactly matter if it's perfectly straight. Once I die cut that, I ran it through my machine with my embossing pads to really press in the details in that door. You can see on the left the one I did with the embossing and one I just die cut. You still get some detail depending on your machine, but really if you use that embossing pad, it really makes a difference. I'll link that embossing pad for you at the bottom. Now I die cut the columns and the top bracket that goes around the door, and I'll just kind of lay them out on the side so you can see how they piece together, except for the fact that my columns are currently upside down as they lay on that paper. Now for the doormat, you have two pieces, the solid piece and then the word piece. So I die cut out the solid mat by itself in black and then put the two pieces together with the word welcome, and you layer those together and the darker color shows through. You also have wishes and then the word best you can use. I didn't end up using those. This little piece I'm die cutting from some silver cardstock. It creates a little mailbox slot and the doorknob. So cute. These little squares you want to die cut twice and they will be accents for the door. And then this tiny die makes a little envelope for your mail slot. This piece is an intricate piece for the door. You could also inlay the die cut pieces to create a stained glass look. This piece you're also going to die cut twice and does little bracket accents for the columns. And then this is a wreath to decorate your door. This is the fun part. And there are some leaves and flowers you can use and snowflakes. So you can see how you could easily dress this up for any holiday or theme that you wanted. I'm going to do fall, so I'm going to die cut some orange leaves. And then I have a green wreath I die cut too, so I could offset them to make it a little fuller. And here are the flowers I die cut in white. We'll set those aside. I'm going to stamp the card base of this project with some tin pail ink on tin pail paper with a wood grain background stamp. Just like that. And then we'll put all the things together. So I'm using foam squares and popping up those detail pieces for the door. You could omit this part completely, but it is kind of fun to have that 3D detail. You could also glue them down if you didn't want them popped up. And now all the intricate pieces, I'm going to put glue on and set them aside and let that glue set up for just a minute so that when I glue it down to my card, the glue isn't going to squish out. So first I like to put on the stairs. And that gives me the perfect place to put my columns. Now, the larger end is the top of the column. I didn't realize that till I went to glue them down. So it kind of gives you a guide at the bottom so you know how to glue them to those stairs or inlay them next to the stairs. Next is my welcome mat, and that will fit right up under that door. And the top bracket goes snugly right around those columns. And the door piece makes this door really come to life. I'm adding those brackets on the columns. There's 4 pieces, so one for the top and the bottom of each column. Next is my cute silver mail slot and envelope. I love tucking it in there. And then I'll offset my wreath. And once that is how I like it, I'll go ahead and glue that directly to the door. I do think this wreath would be really cute popped up, but it's so thin, so I didn't do that. So I'm adding a white flower with a brown dot in the center, and then I'll add some of my orange leaves. I put 2 leaves on each side and thought that was fine, but later I will go back and add some more orange leaves, so you'll see that at the very end of this video, and I think it looked so much better with more leaves. You'll have to tell me what you think. I had some critiques from my family on this card. Next, you're going to want to cut around this piece, removing all the excess paper, and then we'll glue it down to the card base. Now you wouldn't have to do this step if you wanted your door the same color as your house part, so to speak. But I liked removing it and having my gray house with my stamped wood grain. I added a piece on the inside of the door so when you opened it, it didn't have the wood grain that was the outside look of the house. And then I almost forgot my doorknob, so I'm adding that. And the door opens, but you could also glue it shut if you didn't want it to open. Next, I'm bringing in the Sunset Harvest Glimmer Hot Foil set to glimmer hot foil some pumpkins to go on either side of my door for an even more festive fall look. So I taped that glimmer plate down to my cardstock, added some orange foil, then I put it on my hot plate face down. When the timer goes off, I run it through my die cut machine with the plates that come with the Glimmer Hot Foil machine. If you want to see more Glimmer Hot Foil projects, I have a ton of them on my channel, so you can go ahead and check that out on my playlists. And then this set does come with dies to cut out your hot foiled images. Just make sure you never put your tape over your Glimmer Hot Foil image. It will dull out that foil. So I popped those pumpkins up on either side of the door, and now I am loving the fall look of this card. Oh, it's so cute. I love the color of the door. It's so just different to have a bright colored door. I did stamp Gather Together, Give Thanks, and Eat Pie on the inside of the door for a little surprise when you open it. Now on to card number 2. I am bringing in the Spooky Greetings Glimmer Hot Foil set and hot foiling Happy Halloween at the bottom of my steps. So I'm going to use pewter foil on this one on the gray cardstock. And this is really super fun to have my steps now say, welcome, happy Halloween. I think it's really cute. And I love that pewter foil. It's not like perfectly silver. Now we have our spiderweb background. I'm going to put this on the card base and it will be like around my door. So I'm using a large piece of purple tape as a hinge, and then I can flip that back, add my pewter foil, and I will put that face down onto my Glimmer Hot Foil plate and run that through my die cutting machine once it's good and hot, and it will have a super fun Halloween decorative look on that card base. I love how that turned out. And now I'm bringing back that spooky set for the skeleton and the ghost for accents for this card. So this cute little skeleton is going to be the surprise when you open the door, and then this little ghost I'm going to have be a decorative element on the front porch. So I'm gluing everything together just like I did before, except I popped up a second set of columns on the front of this for some added dimension. Look how cute he is inside there. Love it. I also added some glitter accents on this one and put vellum behind that window on the front door. And now just to help this stand out on my card base, which is the same color, I'm adding some distress ink in black soot, and it gives it that kind of Halloween like dirty look as well. So I love it with this teeny tiny makeup brush. It was really easy to do once everything was all put together. And now I'll glue all that on to my card base, and you can see that spider web around the door. Awesome. And then I popped up my cute little ghost for another pop of green. And now I have a black Wink of Stella pen, and I'm going to use that to color in the black flowers on my purple wreath. Isn't that cool? And that will finish off the Halloween card. I would love to know which of these two cards is your favorite. Leave me a comment below. I asked my family the same question, and they thought my fall card looked too Christmassy, like a Christmas wreath with pumpkins. So I decided it needed more orange leaves, and I love how that turned out. So even the critique from your family that may be like, can actually inspire you to make something even better. All right, those are the cards for today. This large die of the month set is fabulous. I will have it linked below, as well as the other kits of the month from Spellbinders, so you can check those out. It's really fun to get a surprise die in the mail from Spellbinders, and I will tell you, I am never disappointed with the large die of the month. Every month I am amazed and make the cutest things with their stuff. So if you have any questions, let me know below. I will be back again soon with another video just for you. Happy stamping. Bye.